What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Air Therapist channel, coming to you from my home. And today I'm going to talk about why maybe your ex isn't a narcissist, or that person that you think acts like a jerk is a narcissist. I'm going to tell you why they're probably not through this book right here. Let's get into it. Will you be right? All right, guys. Well, the reason I want to make this video is I've been hearing probably for the last 2 years, mostly the last 2 years, about how everybody and their mother is a narcissist, right? My ex is a narcissist. My best friend's ex is a narcissist, or this person, my aunt, just constantly throwing out that term. It's just kind of, and I think it just lost its clinical weight because it's been used so much. But today I'm going to explain to you why it's more likely that they're not. And I'm going to read it straight from the DSM-5. This is the DSM-5. There's an upgrade DSM-5 TR, but for this video, this is going to suffice. I'm going to show you that maybe they're not. And I'm going to read it straight from the book. And you tell me if your ex is still a narcissist, right? Maybe they are, but I'm going to explain to you why at the end of the video that you're more than likely wrong. So let's get into it. Narcissistic personality disorder. Diagnostic criteria, straight from the book, guys. Not from your feelings, straight from the book. A pervasive pattern of grandiosity in fantasy or behavior. Need for admiration and lack of empathy beginning by early adulthood and present in a variety of contexts as indicated by 5 or more of the following. There's 9 subsets of criteria, and they need to meet 5. But I want you to pay attention. A pervasive pattern of grandiosity. That means that it's all over. It's obvious, almost comical to a sense. And either in fantasy or behavior. So they're always imagining these things of their grandiosity, or they carry it out. And when they express it in their behavior, that's when it's really obvious. So number 1, here's the first criteria. It has a grandiose sense of self-importance, exaggerates achievements and talents, expects to be recognized as superior without commensurate or achievements. Exaggerates achievements and talents. Sometimes people can put a little bit of extra, sauce on something that they did. But that doesn't mean that's an exaggeration. So you got to be very careful, with that comparison. If someone exaggerates, hey, I scored 100 on my test, but they actually did 90. That's not an exaggeration. It's just an inaccurate statement. 2, is preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited power, success, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. Again, preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success. In other words, this is something that's pervasive. Notice in the beginning I read pervasive, fantasy, grandiosity, preoccupied with fantasies. This person is clearly ill. Okay. Number 3, believes that he or she is special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high status people or institutions. Number 4, requires excessive admiration. Not admiration, guys, excessive. Those are key words for this diagnosis. Number 5, has a sense of entitlement. Unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with his or her expectations. Has a sense of entitlement or unreasonable expectations. I think a lot of people are somewhat like that, or a lot like that in this era. But again, just because someone is excessively entitled or has excess entitlement doesn't make it a narcissist, okay? Okay, number 6. Is interpersonally exploitative, takes advantage of others to achieve his or her own ends, okay? Manipulative, doesn't care, is going to do everything to have an outcome of winning, right? Or getting what they want. Lacks empathy, is unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others. Is often envious of others or believes that others are envious of him or her. Shows arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. Okay, so those are the 9 criteria. They need to meet 5. And again, the whole frame here is it's a pervasive situation here with this person. It's almost like the way they see the world is a fantasy, unrealistic, and especially they express those behaviors, it's going to be quite obvious that something's wrong with this person. Go seek help. Now, a lot of you feel that your exes were narcissists. A lot of you feel that, because you feel they were narcissists because they had a lack of empathy. They were very manipulative. They had all these unreasonable expectations, and maybe throw in a fourth one, but there still needs to be a fifth criteria. And then those four that you think you identify needs to be like pervasive. It's like I said, it's almost comical to observe a person that sees the world the way they see it. And I've seen it only a couple of times in my practice, being in practice for 7 years. I've seen it 2 or 3 times, and it's quite concerning. These are personality disorders, okay? These are things that are very, very difficult to diagnose and treat. Okay, and I think I was just tired of hearing people say, oh, my exes are all narcissists. They're not, probably not. Maybe a small percentage of you all maybe experience that, very small. But at the end of the day, even if you could point out 5 criteria, you get this book and you try to diagnose yourself, your ex or another person, you're already a biased perspective. You have a conflict of interest there, and your ability to be objective is gone. The likelihood of what's going on is you just probably got hurt by a jerk, someone who is very selfish, someone who probably didn't care about you that much to let you know that, hey, this is not interesting to me anymore. And we all make mistakes. We make mistakes of judgments, and sometimes we're on the other side of that coin. Where we end up hurting other people. But at the end of the day, that's far from being a narcissist. And at the end of the day, you probably just were confronted with a jerk or a selfish person. Or back in the day, we just called them a-holes, okay? Pretty simple. This is a video I wanted to make. I've been having this on my mind for a long time. Stop calling everyone a narcissist, because that's probably what a narcissist would do. Remember, guys, ego isn't your amigo.